home to the largest and first Bass Pro Shops in America. Grab your favorite outdoorsman or woman and head to Springfield, Missouri. Hey folks, welcome to the Down the Road Travel Channel. My name is Will Van Winkle. I made my way to Springfield, Missouri to see an old friend and spent the day at the Bass Pro Shops. Why, you ask? I'm not a hunter, not a fisherman. I do camp, in style, and hike, but Bass Pro isn't really my idea of a good time. There's one in Nashville. I've been to the Pyramid in Memphis. Grew up in Houston. There's one in Houston. It's just an outdoor shop. So why did I choose to spend the day there? Well, aside from being the first and largest in the United States, there are also several museums associated with Bass Pro. While there, they had a wildlife photo exhibit going on in the Wonders of Wildlife Museum. I hope I said that right. And there is an aquarium that has been voted the best in the United States in 2017, 2018, and 2020 through 2024. Pretty impressive. Not sure what happened in 2019. You guys slipped a little that year, maybe. I could understand 2020. Maybe you didn't get the vote because, there was some stuff going on. I don't know. 2019, what happened? Come on, guys. Now, in an attempt to make the aquarium look like natural habitats and provide more than just fish behind the glass, they did a lot of work to the building, but that did create a few areas where, we'll say, bottlenecking occurred. So at times it can be difficult to navigate, especially if you have mobility issues. You're with a walker or something like that. The terrain that they created was a little uneven. Yes, I saw many wheelchairs and or strollers, but it looked hard for them to get from place to place. So it was a little difficult for them to get around. For the price, I'd expect smooth sailing all the way, regardless of your abilities. We spent $45 per person. That was at the time of this video. So this was September of 24 that I went there. Hours are 10 to 5, Monday through Thursday. Friday, 10 to 7, Saturday, 9 to 7, and Sunday, 10 to 6, with the last entry being 15 minutes prior to closing on each day. However, you will want to get there much earlier because it will take you at least 30 minutes to an hour to get through it. And that's if you spend very, very, very little time at each exhibit. In fact, they recommend 3 to 4 hours to get through this. So it's a 1.5 mile area that the exhibits are in. Be sure to check the webpage though, because based on the wording where the hours are posted, I would not be surprised to find out that the hours change based on the seasons as well. The aquarium is set up to create a sense that the visitors are traveling around the globe, looking at oceans, lakes, rivers, streams from different regions. In the Great Oceans Hall, boats belonging to Ernest Hemingway and Zane Grey can be seen. Now, I'm not sure if these are the actual boats that Hemingway and Grey owned or if they're recreations, but they're pretty big and they are there, so you can look at them. Now, you can't necessarily get on the boats, but you can get pretty close to them and check them out. You can visit the open ocean, a Great Barrier Reef display. There's a Fishing Hall of Fame museum, Hall of Fishing Presidents, Shipwreck Reef, swamp display, complete with owls, beaver, gators, including an albino alligator. They even boast black bear, though I didn't see any live ones, so maybe not all exhibits are live. Bass Fishing Hall of Fame exists, as does a cave section, rainforest, out to sea, and places to pet stingrays. You can pet the stingrays for free. There is an extra cost, I think, if you want to feed them. And there was a platform to lower people into the water. I don't know if that is for visitors or if that is for feeding and or cleaning the tanks. My friend said that you can pay extra and get in the water. I didn't see anybody doing that, and I didn't see anything on a price list that said that, so I'm not 100% sure. If you know whether or not you can actually get in the water with the fish, Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure people that are watching this would love to know. Some people might want to get in with the fish. At times, it did feel more like a tribute to fishing. But Bass Pro doesn't sell fish, so it makes some sense that they'd highlight the gear, the boats, the contests, and things of that nature. I didn't do much in the Wonder of Wildlife exhibit, which is included in your ticket price for the aquarium, but most of those animals are taxidermy, and I didn't feel the need to make my way through it to see some stuffed animals. I've seen some of these animals in the wild. They're impressive. But stuffed animals, I mean, like you go to a tacky restaurant somewhere, Moose Lodge, Elk Lodge, and you can see some stuffed animals. Not stuffed animals like, you know, your little teddy bear, but taxidermy animals. Maybe if you're studying wildlife conservation and or have a younger kid in school or are homeschooling, this will be a great place to teach or to learn certain things regarding conservation, regarding wildlife, things like that. Now, the one thing I might have wanted to see was the replica of Teddy Roosevelt's Maltese Cross cabin, since he was the president that started the National Parks program. And I do love a national park. There's also a penguin exhibit in the Arctic section of the Wonders of Wildlife Museum. And now those are live penguins. Why they put them there, I think, is probably to entice people to come into a section that may be considered boring by most people, myself included. If you want to see if this is something you or your family would be interested in prior to heading that way, they also offer live streams of certain live animal exhibits at the webpage below me. After touring the aquarium and the photo exhibits, it was time to wander through the shop. Now keep in mind, there's also a gift shop at the end of the aquarium, but this is separate from Bass Pro in general. Of course, I skipped the hunting and fishing section and went straight to the camping section, which was huge in comparison to our local Bass Pro. But since I didn't really need anything and they don't have many RV specific items, we headed out shortly thereafter. Now they did have things like, you know, RV antifreeze and some staple items, camping chairs, things like that. Nothing that I needed. I've got chairs. I'm not winterizing yet because I've got a December trip coming up. So when I figured out I didn't need anything from Bass Pro Shops, my friend didn't need anything from Bass Pro Shops, we were done at the RV, we headed out. I headed back to the RV to check on Chewy, feed him, grab something for dinner. He headed back to his house, check on his wife and daughter, and we met up again later because my day in Springfield was not done. I had some Mexican food. Not the best. Some decent frozen custard. I want to say it was from Andy's, one of which is in Gallatin, Tennessee. I'm not 100% sure if it was Andy's or a local custard shop. They said it was local, but I swear they kept saying Andy's, and I could contact them and see, but they got some medical things going on, so I don't want to bug them too much. What happened between the Bass Pro Shops and the custard, though, that was very interesting. We headed out to Commerce Street to catch a Halloween parade. I caught a glimpse of a very dreamy celebrity while there, and I personally saw 3 Beetlejuices. Beetlejuice? Either way, I'm not saying it a third time. Some costumes were great, some were just so-so. But the attraction was the zombie parade. I think the route was, give or take, about a mile and a half, with probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 1/8 to 1/4 of a mile worth of zombies dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller. Here, I've taken out the original music due to copyright concerns, but I have a non-monetized video up of the entire zombie parade dance, unless it's been taken down at the request of the record company by now. So be sure to take a look for that. One thing that has always disappointed me about Springfield, I've been there a few times, it sits on part of the original Route 66. But in an effort to try to avoid traffic congestion, Springfield does not show where the original route was. I've been told by locals that it is Kearney Street, Glenstone Avenue, and St. Louis Street, passing through Park Central Square and College Streets. If you look close enough, you may find hints of what once was, but I saw one sign on College in a window of a business that was closed for the weekend. This may have been a small museum, and I was unable to get a photo of it. So I don't even know what was in the building. I just know that they had a Route 66 sign displayed. Again, I've been told by locals they're not promoting it due to traffic concerns, but I can only imagine that if that is true, how much revenue the city must be losing based on this decision. Granted, the Mother Road is hitting or nearing 100 years old, opened in 1926. And much of it has been replaced by major freeways, but I belong to a couple of Route 66 Facebook groups, and I see people coming from overseas to travel the route from Chicago to LA. In fact, I'd love to do an entire series on the route showing bits and pieces along the way, but that is either going to have to wait till retirement or until I have a sponsor. If you'd like to sponsor the Down the Road Travel channel, leave me a comment below, or if you have any insight to the route in Springfield or feel I missed something super important to this area of Missouri, also leave me a comment so that I can check it out on my next visit. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you like the original music I've used in the background, you can find that on your favorite streaming network or right here on YouTube. Visit our online store and pick up a t-shirt or a sticker right there so that I can earn more money so that I can do the Route 66 series. That's it for 2024. I have no idea what's in store for 2025. I do know that my wife bought us annual passes to Disney, so there's bound to be quite a few Disney videos as well as regular travel and local to the Nashville area while we are still here. We got probably about another 2 years in this area, give or take. And then from there, who knows what's going to happen. If you have any ideas of things that I should see that I need to talk about on this channel, please also leave me a comment in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you down the road.
Let's hit the road.